Okay, so the only thing we know is... Does that just say... I've tried putting stones on all of them. What about if I try just putting a stone on them? I've tried putting a stone just on the middle one, like it shows. Does it mean just put rocks on all the outside ones? Ah, yes. That was easy. Who goes there? My name is Victor Neff, sir. And why have you just served me in my sleep, Victor Neff? I'm sorry, sir, I'm trying to find someone, but I don't know where I am. What is this place? Tell you what, if you do me a favour, I'll give you the answers you seek. What do you want me to do? I can barely see you down there, Victor. My eyes aren't what they used to be. If you help me to see sharply again, I'll answer your questions. Deal? Deal. I'll be here if you need me. Well, I have these lenses, so let's try putting the right lens with the right eye. This eye should be able to see clearly now. And now let's examine the left eye and put this quite spooky old image, that isn't it? There we go. So that's what you look like, Victor. Is that what passes for a hairstyle these days? I guess so. Things have certainly changed since my day, but thank you for helping me see. Who are you? I'm Eldon Morton. Okay, so we've got Eldon here, who's the great-grandfather. Write that down. At least I used to be. You're not part of the family any longer? Of course I am, but the responsibility as head has since passed on to the younger generations. I don't know where I am. You're in the shared consciousness. You're in the shared unconsciousness, a place whose existence I postulated a long time ago, but I can't say exactly where. I'm not familiar with the terrain, and there aren't many landmarks to go by. Is this place real? It's not an actual place. It's more along the lines of Plato's concept of idea space. Have you read Plato? No. Plato assumed that everything we think and feel originates from a place we all tap into without being aware of it. That's why we can have thoughts or feelings that we've never had or heard before. So we're in the realm where ideas come from. Yes, among other things. Every person has their own allotted piece of this place. But the pieces overlap, and every piece is part of a greater whole, the shared unconsciousness. Now tell me, what do you require of me? I'm trying to find a man named Felix. Felix? I've never heard of him. He must have been before my time, or after. I wish there was more I could do for you. I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Good luck. So, we want to go down through the generations, I think. This is the oldest member of the family, Eldon. And now I think it is... Is it the top portal to go to... No, I've gone instantly wrong. So let's start again with Eldon. Eldon, we go through... That's correct, so we go through the second door. Or the middle door, let's call it that, middle, with Grandfather Ainsley. Do we go through the right-hand door? No, I've gone wrong again. So let's start again. With Eldon, whose beady eyes are watching me, we go through middle. With Grandfather, we go through... Nope, gone wrong again. So, middle, left, yes, left, with Father Frank, no, I've gone wrong again, okay, so I assume we're trying to get back to there. So, middle, This is just trial and error because I can't remember very well. Left. Middle. Nope. Okay, let's get back. So we go middle, left, right, and there we are. Wow. Wow, what horrible noise. You can't threaten me with that anymore. I don't know what I've done. I'm prepared to accept the consequences, but not before I shut you down. I'll cut you out of every dream if I have to. Oh, what? Talk to Mr. Morton. Help! Pick up axe. Let's chop the tentacle. There we go. Whoa! Oh, that's a very nice noise. There's a little mouth at the end of the tentacle. It's lined with hooked teeth. Mr. Morton? Hello again, Mr. Neff. I guess you're wondering where you are. What is this place? You're standing in the dreamscape, Mr. Neff, the living, breathing amalgamation of billions of sleeping minds, each adding their own distinct piece of the puzzle, all connected, belonging to the same world. You're in my dream, as a matter of fact. It doesn't always look like this. It changes slightly each night, but this is where I come when I dream. How did I get here? Each sleeping mind is an entryway to a different part of the dreamscape. By using the helmets, you projected your consciousness into my sleeping mind. That's how you ended up here. What's the purpose of the large machine in the basement? It synchronizes the brainwaves of two connected minds, making it possible to project an awake mind into a sleeping one, as you are doing right now. Did you build it? Only parts of it. My family's been trying to chart the dreamscape for the past 4 generations. My great-grandfather first posited the idea that we all visit a collective unconsciousness in our sleep. He wanted to explore it to see if it had a coherent geography. Does it? Yes, but is it ever changing, ever evolving? As people die, we lose parts of it. As new people are born, new areas appear. It's roughly disc-shaped. As you're born, you appear in the centre, moving outward as you age, eventually reaching the thin, crumbling edge as your life comes to an end. How does a machine like that work? To be honest, I don't fully understand it myself. My great-grandfather built the first prototype. It was crude, barely providing a keyhole's peek into the sleeping mind. My grandfather improved the design by synchronizing the brainwaves of the connected minds. My father and I both added parts here and there, mainly increasing performance and stability. So your family's been building this thing for generations. I was raised from an early age to continue my family's work. My father instructed me how to operate the machine. Occasionally, he brought me along with him into the dreamscape. Can you imagine what that was like for a child? Having people's dreams to play in? Who were you talking to before? I was talking to the machine. It has organic parts and has, after decades of refinement, reached some degree of awareness. I've learned to communicate with it after all these years. A talking machine. It's not really talking. It's more like a whisper in the back of your mind. What attacked you in the basement? It was the machine. Recently, we've had differing opinions on how to proceed. A situation that culminated once you discovered my camera, Mr. Neff. What was the argument about? Lately, our operation has been getting harder and harder to keep under wraps. I wanted to put it on hold while I sorted things out, but the machine wouldn't let me. I was trying to shut it down, but it attacked me. Awareness and self-preservation go hand in hand, unfortunately. I wish I could explain all this at greater length, but I'm fading. I'm afraid I won't be with you much longer. Dreams can't hurt you, can they? Dreams can alter your perception of reality, they can change your life, and they certainly can hurt you. People die in their sleep all the time. What was that tentacle thing that grabbed you right now? The tentacles are the roots of the machine, an extension of it, if you will. The machine resides in both dreams and reality at once. The thing you saw in the basement is but half of it. The roots reside here and draw power from the dreamscape. I thought dreams were all just about wish fulfillment, not an actual place. You're not alone in thinking that. Freud, for instance, was the originator of that particular idea. But as you can see around you, you're both quite wrong. I'm feeling weak. But before I leave you, there's something I have to ask. If I could do it myself, I would, but I don't have long. I need you to shut the machine down once and for all. How do I do that? By cutting off its power supply. The tentacle you saw was one of its roots. That's how it draws power from the dreamscape. But I've already chopped it off. There's more. By now the tentacles have spread to the others in the estate. You must enter their dreams, just like you entered mine, and make sure it can't draw power there anymore. Why can't I just smash the machine itself? The machine is more than just the clunky thing in the basement. It would be like getting rid of a tick without removing the head. Once all dreams are purged, the machine will shut down properly. What happens if I don't do it? I've been able to maintain it so far by only letting it tap into 1 or 2 dreamers at a time. But once I'm gone, I fear it will only be a matter of time before it renders everyone in the estate unconscious. And in order to keep a constant supply of power, so everyone will fall asleep. Not only that, being a machine with only some organic parts, it doesn't fully understand how our bodies work. Concepts like dehydration or muscle atrophy are foreign to it. So if I fail, everybody in this state will die? I'm afraid so. What about me? Will I fall asleep as well? I never had time to visit your dream last night. If I understand things correctly, the machine hasn't established a foothold in your dreams yet. Will you grant me this, my dying wish? I will do it, but only to save the ones I care about. Your wife has been infected as well, since I visited her dreams last night. You must purge her dream also if this is to work. Then I'll do my best. I'm the last in the line of Mortons. With me, my family perishes. What are you going to tell the world about us once we're gone? I haven't decided yet. You're right to question my family's motives. I've had doubts myself ever since my adolescent years, but what we did was for the benefit of mankind. You've given me a lot to think about. I won't pass judgment until I fully understand what you've done. Thank you, Mr. Neff. I'll rest easier knowing that. This is where I must leave you, I'm afraid. I wish I had more time to set this straight, but you don't get to choose these things. I'm afraid not. Goodbye, Mr. Neff. Goodbye, Mr. Morton. Well, Mr. Morton is dead. And we're leaving his dream. Okay. Mr. Morton has passed away. He died trying to shut the machine down. So we will need these devices. We could try and use Mr. Morton's palm to open this door. Let's try it. Could we use it on his hand, the ink pad with Mr. Morton? Yes, I've smeared ink on his palm. I've got on the palm print. Perfect. Okay, so I think I can use that now to enter that room, which we shall do in the next video.